Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in my Debunking Console Peasants series. Today we have got a great video from ColtEastwood titled 10 Reasons Consoles Are Superior to PC Master Race, and for some reason he even threw top hats and champagne in the title, which makes no sense. But in the spirits of top hats and champagne, let's get it on!
Hey, it's time for Colt's video. Don't take it personal, you pansies.
How is a $400 pre-made console better than a beastly tower filled with $500 to $5,000 worth of hardware and microchip goodies? I wasted a bunch of energy arguing why PC gaming was too expensive and why I preferred console gaming. I already established that PC gaming is double the cost of console gaming, whether you build a cheap rig and upgrade it or build a long-term machine.
Okay, let's stop this right here and just take a second to chop that little bit that he put right at the start of his video. That wasn't even one of his points, but it's so dumb that I feel I need to take a moment to establish it. Yes, PC gaming, again, can be vastly more expensive than console gaming, because we have an option to make an expensive and very beastly computer that could destroy yours and 10 of your closest friends' Xboxes all in one go. On the other hand, we could also choose the option to make a $75 budget build if we just want to play some much more basic games. Minecraft, esports titles, maybe even some Battlefield 4. Again, we have options. You do not. The best upgrade you can do for your system is changing out your storage drive. Anything else, if you even try it, Minecraft will lock your Xbox. So, you can be right, but you cannot be right. I think I've made my point here. Let's continue with this. I don't even know what to call this so far.
So I decided to cut off the ugly, fat, nerdy head of the PCMR beast.
Ouch.
And show you why console gaming is superior to pansy bit rating soldery PC gaming. A console comes in one box and can be set up in about 10 minutes, and is supported by auto updates in one place. No compatibility issues like the PC peasants who will bother with trying to use free OSs like Linux. PC gaming is...
Okay, if that was point number 10, let's quickly get on with it. If you buy a pre-built PC, it also comes in one box. It also takes 10 minutes or less to set up, and shocker, Steam, Origin, NVIDIA drivers, all of those auto-update, just like a console. So that's your first point completely blown out of the water. And just for extra good measure, if you don't want to buy a pre-built, you can pick out the components and pay a company a nominal fee to assemble it for you, which again costs very little. Let's continue.
Is all about the games. But mainstream AAA games are being developed for consoles and ported to PCs, and these ports are delayed, broken, or not gonna happen. Consoles have the games that gamers want, real exclusives like Uncharted, Red Dead Redemption, The Last of Us, and Forza, just to name a few.
We also have
On
our
consoles,
exclusives.
all of your games are in one place with one flick of the controller. You're not clicking around to different places to connect to your games and its social features. On PC, you've got to go to your desktop icon, Steam, Battle.net, EA Origin, Uplay, or GOG Galaxy, just to access your entire library. Some games can be moved over to one place like Steam, but why should you have to install 5 different programs just to buy or access a game?
First of all, you just pretty much hit on the truth right there. Steam, in fact, does allow you to add non-Steam games to your library so that they could all be in one place. Or if you don't want to do that and are apparently so lacking in intelligence that you can't even take the time to navigate Windows properly or go to a service, or you think that 1 or 2 extra clicks is lots of hard work, I mean, I'm actually kind of worried about your IQ level right now. But you can just create an icon on your desktop, and then you just click, and the game, it plays. That's it. Literally, that's it. Okay? Please, stop using this argument. It is giving me a headache.
And that reminds me of the social feature.
I'm sure.
It's all disjointed on PC. On consoles, we're connected to all of our friends and their activity and progress in all of our games. We are connected with one chat hub without using some third-party program or different TeamSpeak app across different games, or having to use Skype just to party up with someone in a game. On console, you can chat with someone during a game right there from the controller without minimizing the fumble with the desktop.
Huh, interesting. But most major PC games also have in-game voice chats, and usually in-game text chats. However, if you are with a friend and you want to have a voice and you want to chat, you're right, maybe we have to use Skype, which takes all of 15 seconds and really no impact on performance unless you are on a really, really limited machine with like maybe a Core 2 Duo and a GT 430 and 4 gigs of RAM. And even then, I'm not so sure. I mean, come on. How is that even an argument?
An argument that I get a lot when PC gamers realize they can't beat a $400 console is the cost of Xbox Live or PS Plus.
You peasants have to pay for multiplayer access.
Yes, you do.
That's $60 a year.
Yes,
That's
it
an
is.
easy one to combat. And actually, I can quite simply turn a $400 console into a free gaming machine. Let me explain. You pay for a year of Xbox Live or PS Plus, and that costs you $60 a year. Now let's span that cost over the life cycle of these current gen consoles at 6 years. That costs you $360 to access multiplayer gaming for the time you own your console. But they give you 48 games per year through the monthly program, which means you'll add about 288 games to your library for that 6 years. The games are priced at their current marketplace value and are about $50 worth of games per month, times 72 months for the console lifecycle, and you can see that you get $3,600 for the $360 you spent to access internet gaming.
But Colt, no one likes those free games. Even you have made videos making fun of the selection of free games you get.
But here's the best part. Out of those 48 games you get for every free year, you only need to like or want about 8 of them to cover the cost of your $60 access fee.
What if you don't like them? And I don't care how much you talk about them. First of all, Colt, those are not free games. You are paying a fee for that service. Therefore, you are paying $60 a year to access the internet and to gain access to those games. Also, if you were to, at any time, cancel your gold membership, your access to those games would be completely cut off, no exceptions. Also, I would much rather be on a PC where I can use a service like Steam, wait until there's a good sale on a game I want, and get it at a good price. And again, games on Steam, even without a sale, are much cheaper than they are on consoles most of the time. There will be 1 or 2 exceptions to this, I'm sure. So, to recap, this point is so dumb, I'm not even sure what more I need to say. Again, onward!
Another thing that consoles have over PCs is the freedom to buy, sell, loan, borrow, and trade games. Now, I know Steam has incredible sales on old washed-up games, and you can use shady Steam code sites. And on PC, you can steal all your games. But I can buy a game day one for $60, play through it, and sell it for $45 to $50. PC gamers can get games for $15 to $20, but they have to wait until the game is staled out for a year or two.
Okay, there was actually a mixture of things going on here, which is a nice surprise to me. Firstly, no, not all the games that Steam is selling on sale are old and washed up. In fact, most of them are not. They run regular sales on all kinds of games. You can find Counter-Strike, Let's see, what else did I find? What else did I find? I forget exactly, but I remember I found at least one or two other games for a good price on sale, which I was very happy about. They also do sales on games like Doom, the new Doom. That's right. And also, I agree with you. Not being able to buy and sell and trade games is a slight thing that we PC users usually don't have that consoles do. Huh. When I turned on this video, I didn't think I'd be agreeing with absolutely anything other than the fact that you might need to get your brain looked at by a surgeon. So, indeed, we cannot buy, sell, or trade games usually, especially if we buy them on Steam or another digital rights management, like Origin. You made a somewhat halfway decent point, though it was still, of course, inserted with all types of unnecessary console peasantry.
Games on console look better as the console ages with no upgrades. Now this is the opposite for PCs. A good example is to look at Halo 3, a near launch title for the 360, and compare it to Halo 4. As games become more advanced, PC gamers have to lower their settings as their machine ages beyond the newest advancements in game design, all so they could boast 60 frames per second on a 20-inch monitor. The truth...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you think happens to PCs as age? Do you think our RAM degrades? Do you think our hardware space just grows wings and flies? Do you think our CPU's cores start falling out? Do you think our graphics cards just up and leave? No. If you buy a PC that can play Doom at ultra settings, 10 years later, it will play Doom at ultra settings. Now, it is true that if you're talking about if we build, say, an $800 really nice gaming PC now, that we will indeed have to lower some settings in a couple of years. Maybe we'll have to go down to high if we want to get high frame rates. But again, that is not a universal thing. Really high-end computers, like the one I am planning on building sometime in the next year or so, will usually be good with ultra settings for the next 5 or 6 years, whereas ultra budget builds may never get to ultra settings and will have to be turned down. PCs are so wide and so varying that saying this point covers all of them is so blatantly false that I don't feel the need to take any more time to try and, I don't know, argue it anymore. Let's get on.
The truth is, a lot of console games, even last gen, were 60 frames per second. Most PC gamers are bragging about frame rates and resolution that is squished down to a screen 2.5 times smaller than most console gamers' TVs. That's about as idiotic as bragging about the resolution on your phone being better than a gamer's computer monitor.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What? What even? Yes, you are correct. Well, actually, never mind that. No, you are not correct. 1080p on a TV is the same as 1080p on a monitor is the same as 1080p on a iPhone screen. So the fact that we get a higher resolution is indeed a benefit for PCs. And also, Colt, there's this little thing where you can plug a computer into a TV, you know, like with the HDMI cables. You just plug it in, you turn it on. You don't know? Doesn't surprise me. Onward.
Plus, why game at a computer desk, especially if you've worked on one all day?
Then don't.
Console gamers like to kick back on the couch with a wireless controller, a big TV, and their surround sound. A wireless controller trumps the accuracy argument about mouse and keyboard, when a shooter is so much more fun with triggers and rumble without worrying about a 6-foot USB cable running in the pathway of your dog or your kids.
Colt, you are aware that wireless keyboards and mice exist, right? You're aware that wireless controllers for the computer work. And not even that, Microsoft sells an official one. You are aware, again, that you can connect a computer to your TV and then sit back on the couch with the aforementioned wireless input devices and relax. Just like you would an Xbox. Why do console peasants keep saying this? It is getting really, really annoying. Like, seriously, this horse has been beaten so many times. For the love of all that is good in this world, guys, please just let the little tiny fragments of bone rest without making us beat them, because I feel so bad for the horse.
Consoles can stream without tinkering with third-party apps. PC has a laundry list of settings that need to be tweaked and modified to work with whatever array of hardware and settings you have on your...
Correction. We have the option to customize our settings to fit our hardware, which you do not have. Continue.
your PC. Or you can load up your console app on Twitch or YouTube and begin streaming in seconds. You can record your clips on your console with the push of a button without having to preload programs or buy expensive capture cards that hamper game performance.
Well, guess what? I can do that too. In fact, I'm using it right now. You just download your drivers for NVIDIA, and yeah, you have a button to press. You can start streaming on Twitch. You got a button to press. It starts recording. You got a button to press. It takes a screenshot. Again, how do you not know this? If you are going to make a video on why consoles are better, at least type your arguments into Google to see if they are blatantly false. Well, then again, so far he would have only had like half a point to talk about, so I guess.
That's another thing. If you get some random thing loading or updating or just cranking on your PC's hard drive, your game can stutter, halt, or just crash because the PC always comes first and the game last. Consoles don't get the blue screen of death. Then you'll do the dance of troubleshooting, closing running instances, Control-Alt-Deleting and defragging your hard drive because you have malware or you spent too much time on consolechicks.com. All of this from a machine that will cost you a measly $400 over the course of 6 years. It will provide the same thing as PC gaming. Gaming. This is why I prefer console gaming. I have a nice PC gaming rig. I have about 12 really good games for it. But when it's all said and done, I want to have my main gaming experience on console where everything's in one place. This is Colt Eastwood. Thanks for sticking around long enough to see the end of this video, and please subscribe. It helps motivate me to bring you more content. I'll see you soon, and thanks again.
So much dumb. So much dumb. Oh, I'm gonna need at least 10 aspirin to get rid of this headache at the end of this, I'm telling you. Now, let's see. Oh, I forget his points. It's just, can I go now? No? Okay, let us attempt to decode whatever it is he just said. Let's see, first of all, he repeated a lot of his points, and I mean a lot of his points. So let's ignore all those. The main thing, if stuff starts working in the background while you're gaming, it will impact game performance because it always puts the computer first and the game second. How do I say this? Wrong! You can, in fact, click on the games and make them the priority. And not only that, I find that very, very rarely, in fact, barely at all, and keep in mind I'm running on a budget build system, which should be more susceptible to this. It's running an older hard drive and this and that. I have never had this problem. Yes, I do have, and I've looked at Task Manager usually, tons of processes that, yes, don't take a lot out of the... Okay, excuse me, I have to hydrate. Refreshing. That, yes, I do have a lot of processes running in the background while I'm gaming, but even in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, I really don't notice much of anything, you know? And as for malware, it's called not going to sites that are questionable, not downloading stuff from sites that seem sketchy, applying some basic common sense, and, oh, I don't know, turning on Windows Defender. Like everything else on your list, it is so simple, so easy, and should be so well known. How do you not know this? Well, I am going to go take 2 or 3 bottles of aspirin to try and get rid of this headache, and I'll see you guys with my next upload on Monday. Please be sure to leave a like down below, and if you watch this video all the way to the end, I thank you very much, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future uploads. This has been the Gamer Gothica.